I am starting book 2 as I publish book 1. And this is how I am doing it without getting overwhelmed. Hey y'all, welcome back to my journal. It's honestly a strange, not a bad strange, but it is a strange place to be as a writer. Book 1 is literally in publishing, which is very exciting. Book 2 is in drafting. And so I find myself in this realm of managing both at the same time, also while being a mom of 2 under 2. It's chaotic and we're here for it. This is where I'm at right now. My first book, which is my debut fantasy novel, can't believe it, is called The Vow and Ruin of Enchanted Secrets. I started writing it 7 years ago, 2019 in December. The fact that we're here, surreal. I'm excited. This is happening. We're doing it. Book 2 is just at the beginning. So that's why I decided to do this episode, this series on YouTube, was because I just started it. So you guys can literally come along with me while I do this, which is so fun. We're gonna do it together. This video is not about how I prep, in detail prep for when I start writing a book. This is more so like the prep work. How I just kind of get the juices flow. The outline is more of like, or at least for draft 1 for me, it's not set in stone. It's like something I glance at and I'm like, okay, but we might change this. Feeling excitement creatively, is that a word? Mind you, I'm an author. Creative girl, let's wrap it up. Not creatively and terror all at the same time are kind of a normal for me. In November though, I did do the Nano Writing Month challenge and I was actually able to get 50k words down for the month, which I was really proud of myself with. That was for a different book. It revealed to me that I was able to let my outline be a guide and allow my creativity and imagination to be the one steering the wheel with the anxiety of like, holy hell, can I actually do this? There is also an abundance of absolutely, we can absolutely do this. Self-belief is a massive step in achieving our goals. After finishing book 1, I thought, okay, I did book 1. Book 2 is not challenging because I already have like the idea set to go. Like I've done this once, like I can do this. And the issue wasn't that I had lost any like love for the story or anything like that. It was the literal pressure of, am I doing this right? That's what started creeping in. It was the self-doubt, the self-sabotage. I worked on it a lot last year, but this year I'm really locking in for working on comparisons when it comes to like myself. I always compare my work and I'm like, oh, like this is not good enough. This is not what I want it to be. Like I feel like it needs to be better. It needs to be better when it is enough. And me hating on it instead of finding ways to improve my craft isn't really doing shit. I instead started putting that energy into really studying the art of writing last year. For my first draft of book 2, what I'm doing right now, I am focused on making it exist and then making it better. I am going to literally one more time make it exist and then make it better. That changed my whole writing game when I realized that that was an option. That is how I was able to get those 50k words down for the other story, and that is how I'm going to do this. I am currently within a week and a half of writing at 10k words. Older me would have never been able to get to that. I would have been like, wait, I gotta change this paragraph, and I'm literally just starting. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I am like, okay, we're just gonna sit down. We're just gonna going. I have the world building done. I have my outline completed and entire notes on my phone full with an absolute fuck ton of ideas. I have 5 chapters now. No, today, counting today, I'm at chapter 6 written down and I am just ready to keep going. This is what I'm focusing on right now. Before I started focusing on the plot, like at all, I focused on something else. Before I broke down my axe or touched any of the ideas or any of the scenes at all, I started by thinking what's happening at the beginning. What needs to happen for my main character at the end? And where is the plot at the end? Mind you, this can all change. The whole thing can change when I'm editing or like draft 2, draft 3, whatever. before I start doing the first draft at all, I start going, okay, where does this story go? Like where do I want to take it at the end, so that when later on I'm actually preparing to do the outline and doing all that stuff, I know, okay, this is what the end game for this book is right now. It gives me like somewhere to focus on, like, okay, this is what happens. I'm gonna build it like steps to a staircase. The next thing I do before I even start looking at the actual outline of the plot, I ask myself, what is happening on the inside of my main character? What is the internal arc for them? Because I feel like emotional growth is important. I like to know what's happening inside. Hello, my husband. It's my soulmate. Hi. Another thing I like to do, rather during the prep work or even while I'm drafting, is researching certain things. Some things I really do before I start drafting. But for example, I have a part in my book where my characters are in a gallery, and so I will find time to maybe go to the museum with my kids and my family, my husband, and like we went today, just so I can get the feel of like being there and seeing things. And of course, if you don't have time to go to the location or find something like that to do, you can always look online, and you can always do your research on the computer, or you can do it by reading something or by watching a documentary. When you look at a specific piece, like if you're looking at an art piece, what is it making you feel inside? What do you think of when you see it? Maybe you see one thing, but like maybe it says one thing, but for you it feels completely different. I feel it's really cool. I also do this for a hike. Yeah, the research can be really fun, and it's also helpful to do some before you even go into actually drafting, or before you even start doing the outline. Just start building some type of momentum of, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna draft. I have a little lamp in front of me right now because I still don't have a light to like put on my desk, and really trying to play with the light. You see the light? Wow! Back to the point. This is how you can start your next book. We're gonna break it down into some steps. The first one is to define what the book is about in general terms. Just stay with me. Okay, espérate. Before you do the, like I said, the outline and the big prep work where you're like breaking down everything, do the broader pictures. Like I had mentioned, the where's it starting at, where's it gonna end, what do I need to do to get there. All of that can be done like before you even start doing the actual outline. And I also feel like it's like a warm-up, and will like push you even further when you're doing that part. I like to do this by doing a couple sentences to rather just start like jogging my mind on like what I'm doing. I guess you can call it like a summary in a sense. You can do what you feel comfortable with in that moment and maybe expand later on. I like to see where I'm going, and then if I wrote an entire page kind of describing of where I want this book to go, that's okay. It's usually on my notes app, so it's not like an actual Word document. It's usually like a big old like thing on my notes, because the notes are skinny, so it just like stretches. Or do that before you even start the actual outlining process, just so you have somewhere to look at. It's like a brain dump. Brain dump. Is that a thing? We're gonna make it a thing. It's like a brain dump. Step 2 of how you're gonna get this other book done. Rather, for this kid, if you're doing this as your first book, cool. If you're doing this as your second book, awesome. You can use this for honestly anything. Whatever you're deciding to write, this is useful for, I feel. The second thing that you're going to do is sprints, okay? If you sit down, when I sit down, I usually give myself 25 minutes to 30 minutes max, where I am just in the zone, going. I like to have rather my scene or act, like depending on, because sometimes I do scene mood boards, my scene or act mood board, because I make one for my acts as well, on top of that one, and then I have the Word doc, and my ears have the music I like to listen to. Is it a lot? Yes, but I feel like it just puts me in the zone. I will have all that set up, and then I will just go. 25 to 30 minute sprints where I'm literally just writing. I also do one scene at a time. If in those 25 to 30 minutes, if I go from one scene to another, that's fine. But I like to, on that first draft, just focus on one scene and just kind of let myself like get to where I get. If I get a whole chapter done somehow, because I've done that before where I'm just like, cool. If I get one scene and I'm like, That's okay too. I'm even gonna add that sometimes when I'm doing dialogue, I don't do all of the actions or all like, I don't do the whole thing. All I'll do is, okay, I think of the dialogue and I'll write the dialogue and I'll put like little notes if I need to. And then when I come back for draft 2, that's where I kind of like expand and do and fix all of that. That's helped me a lot. That helped me a lot for the 50K words that I did in November. And that's what I'm gonna do for draft 2 as well here. The other thing that I like to do is keeping myself excited. If I'm not excited to write the scene, then something's not clicking. I will immediately go, okay, pause. Let me center myself and ground myself more in the scene is the first thing I do. And then if not, if I'm still like, I'm still not into it, then I will find a way to change it so that I can make myself excited to write the scene again. Because I feel like the energy that goes in while I'm writing definitely reflects in the writing itself. If I'm literally like, oh, bah humbug, if I'm looking at the actual scene itself and I'm like, I don't like this, something gotta change. If I don't like it, something gotta change. Can't just write something I'm not liking because I'm the writer. You are the writer. You are completely and totally able to make the story go where you want to go. So if you're like, should this change? Try it. Who knows? Put some idea. Like I like to put parentheses too that say like, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. So when I'm editing, I can just look at that and go, ooh, maybe I will change it to that instead. Because we are the ones who are in control of the brush. You are the artist. I love that saying, by the way. You are the artist. Yes. The next step, the next thing that we're going to do is leave notes. I do this all the time. I rather do it in, this is something I do literally for everything. And I'm talking for everything that I write. I always have notes. I rather do it in my notes app or I do it like in the actual document itself. I will highlight a word and then I'll put a comment or I'll put a note, depending on if I'm on Scrivener or if I'm on Pages or Word document, because I really do. Like I use all three. And so notes are so helpful because if I have a scene that I wrote and like in the future I want to change something or I need to add something or whatever it is, I put the note and then when I come back, it's there. So I know where it's going to go. I'm not like, damn, I needed to change something about this. I can't remember what it was. No. Está ahí. It's right there. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. I used to do it a lot on paper, which I still do sometimes, but then I started losing like the page that I had written it on, and then I was like freaking out. So now I just do it on the actual document itself. With those steps, I can positively say that we are going to write a novel. You can use those to throw you into your writing path. Now, I'm gonna give myself like 25 minutes and we're gonna see how much we're gonna get done. And I'm very excited. I'm gonna move y'all over there. Within that time frame, I was able to get about 450 words ish. So this is good. And that's okay. That's what you do. You do a little sprint and see where that takes you. Then take a break. I usually give myself like a 10-minute break. Maybe get a little drink of my little drink of the day. And then I jump back in. I really want you guys to just settle in that energy of self-belief and truly feel the words, I am an artist. I am completely capable of doing anything I put my mind to. You're gonna do great. We're gonna do this for the next couple of episodes. Let's do it together. We're going to literally write this novel and you're gonna write yours and we're gonna do it. Go ahead and tell me what stage you're in with writing this novel, or if you're writing anything with poetry, whatever you're writing, tell me. I would love to know. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be back. I'm going to be posting more. I promise now that I know what I'm going to do on this channel. And thank you to anyone who's been here for a little while for being patient with me, because the girl was trying to figure out what she was gonna do. Well, y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and dip. Bye.